Welcome, Goddess. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this week's Divine Masculine Energy Update and Empowerment Message for this week's biweekly Twin Flame Tuesday that we check in every week. And I have to tell you, sister, I am intrigued because I literally just recorded, or so I thought, a 28-minute Divine Masculine energy reading and empowerment message for this update, only to discover that my device stopped recording of its own accord 8 minutes and 30 seconds in. So interesting. And so with that, if you are new to my channel, my name is Rochelle Richard, and here we look for, and yes, we find our power all along this, which is each our own self-love empowerment journey, where we are healing twin flames, healing that inner child, healing our traumas, our wounds, our past life karma, whatever it is. That's what we're here for. We're here to look for and find our power and look at our lives as a collection of empowerment experiences that are intentionally designed for us to grow stronger and stronger and better, more and more in each our own power, to be the fullest expression of that which we are here to be. And so with that, let's do this again. I'm going to keep an eye on the recorder this time. That's just so intriguing. And it was good. It was a great message. And it was just so flow. But you know, it clearly was a message intended to not be heard by you. And so without further ado, come with me into the forest for more than the trees. Let's discover and embrace all this intuition sees. Together we shall come to know that which we need and reclaim our goddess power on this twin flame journey indeed. So with that, there we go. I just caught 222 on the timer, which we know is one of our favorite numbers here. One of our favorite numbers. And oh my goodness, 222 right off the bat, keep the faith. And look, the card, the stability card right off the bat. Of course, the initial empowerment message for the Divine Masculine reading today included reference to maintaining and sustaining the stability within yourself, Goddess, within you, right? It is about you coming into union within yourself, bringing that Divine Masculine energy and Divine Feminine energy into union within yourself, because the more you create that stability in yourself, the more that stability is mirrored and, of course, created within the connection and, in turn, in your counterpart. So you see, it's all connected. And one of the biggest ways that I today am maintaining my own stability is soaking in a tub for almost like 4 to 5 hours, really, literally. Taking that time to allow for surrender, allow for the surrendering that everything is fine, everything is well, everything is exactly as it's supposed to be, that because of this work you've been doing, you can relax. You can let go of this grip that you have, because this grip that you have has been the thing that's been pinching you off from letting these things flow in. And I know, Goddess, I know you're seeing this more, right? You're seeing more for you, for yourself in your actual experience. Of course, the majority are overcoming twin flame separation, the illusion of twin flame separation, by focusing on recognizing that the union truly is within. And so as a result of you, dear Divine Feminine, further honing the stability within yourself and really balancing and focusing on this inner union of your Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energies, this is what is allowing for the things in your immediate experience to be shifting, where you're starting to notice you're letting things in more. Bit by bit by bit, more and more, letting things in. I have to keep peeking at the the timer, right? And this is a result of this change that has been underway, this change that has taken place within yourself. And in turn, because of this change that has taken place within yourself, it has undoubtedly created change within your reality, within your connection. So celebrate yourself, goddess. Celebrate yourself for taking the time and the attention and the energy that you need to allow for and surrender to the facilitation of this change. And even, of course, your own participation in the unfolding and facilitation of this change, right? So with that, what else do we have? Like, being stable, recognizing that stability through these changes, that's the test, goddess. That's the real up level. Stability being maintained within yourself, regardless of what change takes place outside of you and even inside of you. Being able to love yourself through this process, being able to acknowledge that this process is a process of love. It is a process of peeling back the layers that have blocked you, that have disguised this love within yourself. And as a result of this peeling back of the layers, this is, again, what's feeding into this stability for you, is this love energy, this love connection. You've been letting it in more. You've been allowing yourself to receive more love. You've been allowing yourself to focus more on you and love you more. Really, again, a 4 to 5 hour bath, allowing that to be okay rather than in that space feeling guilty. You see, there's a difference. You're not letting love in, really, if you're feeling guilty, you're feeling bad about what you're not doing, what you feel obligated or you feel guilt, any of those things, you're not really letting it flow through. So once you release that and you bring, of course, again, allow for this stability to cultivate this love more within yourself, because you're no longer teetering all over the place. You're no longer allowing yourself to be knocked over. And I always see the visual of when, as kids, right, we have those blow up standing, punching dudes that when you punch them, it leans over, right? Excuse me. It's not stable, really. It falls over. Even though it restabilizes itself at some point, it gets knocked over. So it doesn't stay strong and stable. And you, dear Divine Feminine, have reached this point in your journey of stability that when the Divine Masculine returns, no matter what condition, what state of being he may be in, you have been cultivating this love within, and you have facilitated this necessary change within yourself that in turn has allowed for the facilitation of change in the connection. And of course, in turn, in your counterpart. I see this so clearly in my Divine Masculine. He is a completely different person on so many levels. His energy is completely different, all because I said, no, we're taking a break. I need to focus on my healing. I need to give myself the attention. And quite frankly, where we are, this perpetuation right here is just literally us rubbing salt in the same fucking wounds. And so the only other solution is to say no more rubbing salt in the wound. It's time to once and for all allow for these wounds to heal. They must be allowed to heal. Or else the wound never does. If you constantly allow for salt to be rubbed in it, if you constantly allow for them to be triggered, right? So you've got to be the one to pull back and create for yourself an even greater space of stability and honor honor the stability that you have created for yourself. So far, so good on our timer. I'm like, that was just so bizarre how it just stopped. It was just, yeah. And I'm hearing a quote, of course, that I channeled several years ago, that true love, goddess, true love begins within, from where it expands outward to envelop, encompass, and embrace those around us. And in this renewal space, right? This change, this time of renewal in the connection, I'm still hearing, because again, having recorded the initial video for 1333 or for the Divine Masculine energy reading, it had angel number 1333. I was led to, of course, read it because I had glanced over and this was past when it stopped recording. And at 1333, that angel number popped up, and I feel definitely very called. It definitely is our angel number for Twin Flame Tuesday, because break time was necessary to bring renewal to this connection. It's so powerfully divine that literally, of course, the main messages that came through in the initial recording for this Twin Flame Tuesday Divine Masculine energy reading and empowerment message are still very prevalent in this recording that is still recording. Thank you, universe. Right? But again, 1333. Break time was necessary to bring renewal to this connection. As we've talked about in this reading already, we recognize that there comes a point in this connection where perhaps the only option left to break the cycle of constantly rubbing salt in the wound, perpetuating the same traumatizing and unpleasant cycles, and really acknowledging that this isn't working, that perchance the option is to say, stay away right now. This is about me and my healing. I have to love me more. I have to get myself stable before you can come back in and knock me over again. And because I let you, because I'm not stable. So this break time is necessary to bring renewal to this connection. In order for you to be true to your destiny, to have faith in your calling, you must anchor into your stability. And that's what 1333 is about. Positive outlook needed to achieve your goals. And again, if you are anchored into greater stability when you do get knocked over, because you're not, life does throw punches, right? So life throws punches, you get knocked over on occasion. You're so much better able to re-stabilize yourself when you have a positive outlook, when you are persistent, when you acknowledge that persistence pays, so you're willing to stay committed and keep moving forward. You're using a strong imagination to visualize your dreams and desires, because again, you know that you've got to be the one that is focusing toward what you desire. You're the one keeping this stability within yourself and maintaining your point of attraction toward what you desire. Embrace optimism and positivity. Again, 1333 is so much about acknowledging for yourself where you are, staying true to your destiny, having faith in your calling, and really anchoring into your stability, your power, your truth, and letting your counterpart be where he is, but not let him put you in another state when he returns, that you stay stable as a result of the change that has happened within yourself and therefore within the connection. You have to be the one to actually implement this. You will be tested. This change, this new state of being, this new awareness will be put to the test, goddess. The question is, will you rise to the occasion and make a different decision? Choose different so you now, moving forward, create different. Thus, the reason for this stability, this renewal, this time of renewal. So with that, I love, of course, our Power of Surrender cards from our empath guru, Dr. Judith Orloff. That's right there. And these are the Sacred Forest Oracle, one of my favorite birthday presents I got for myself several years ago. With that, where we are with this stability, where we are really acknowledging that, yes, we are more stable. And as our divine masculine makes his changes and shifts into his stability, this is where we can assist with that within ourselves, for our inner masculine within. And of course, to lead by example for our actual twin flame divine masculine, right? It's to surrender resentments. No more resentments toward the way it didn't work out. And I know this exactly again came in the first video. This is so mind-blowing. Surrender the resentments of how you think it should have played out, how it should have gone, what decisions were made that you wish were not. Surrender resentments through implementing my own forgiveness freedom practice. That's what I call it. It's more than the Ho'oponopono practice. It's literally you grounding into the releasing of these blocks, these barriers. Like, again, the elephants in the room. It's time to face them. It is time to befriend them. It is time to hear what they have to say and in turn integrate the lessons they then offer, they then give. So with that, wow. Definitely a shorter video than the first one and a shorter message. It's just truly a reiteration, a real-time example of learning how to remain stable even when things don't go as planned. I genuinely thought I'd recorded that video. And when I looked up and saw a completely black screen on my device, I was dumbfounded. And now, at one point in time, I would have gotten frustrated because it was a good message. And that meant that, of course, now I had to re-record it. However, this message was far more concise. It is exactly the way it needs to be, because I now get to use, for example, the example of saying that I had recorded this message and it only recorded part of it. And then I had to redo it again, which, okay, that's just simply how it's supposed to be. I didn't allow this mishap, this technical oopsie daisy, I don't know, technical difficulty to knock me, to destabilize me is a good word, right? To destabilize me. I didn't allow it to destabilize me. Instead, I sat here for a moment. I did a couple breathwork practices and whatever, and just really allowed myself to shift my perspective in that moment immediately and say, well, this is how it was supposed to be. Yes, that was a good message. However, it wasn't exactly the way it was supposed to be delivered to you, like this one is. And so with that, I am here to remind you, dear goddess, that I am here to support you. I am here to assist in guiding you into and through finding your power all along this, which is your twin flame self-love empowerment journey. And you can book a 30-minute session, coaching session with me via video at iamempowered.as.me. I've opened up a few more hours because I know there were some of you that were asking for some different days. Those are now available. I love it. I love getting back into the space and having, calls with clients. One of my most memorable this last week was being able to, again, reach that point of being able to recognize the direct parallels in your twin flame connection, as well as in just your own personal life. And through all of that, find your power so you can break through and let go of what no longer serves you and step into the life that does. Dear Divine Feminine Goddess, I am here for you. I am here to support you in this journey and to be reminding you that the power, it is in your hands. It really, really is. Links in the description below to book your session. Because I assure you that you will be able to see the power, not just in your hands, but you will know the power has always been inside you. Namaste.